Now to the legal landscape. Our legal analyst, attorney Dan Adams, joins us every Monday to break down the biggest cases happening across Wisconsin and the country. Dan, good morning. Good to see you. Let's start with the Supreme Court. They've handed President Donald Trump a temporary win in his fight against federal diversity funding.
Sure. Good morning, Jaron. Yeah, this is about the National Institutes of Health. Back in January, along with the slew of executive orders, came one that rescinded all funding from the National Institute for Health for DEI, gender identity, and COVID-19 research on the scientific level. We're talking about $783 million of grants, and locally, $12.6 million was coming to the UW system. So this was a big issue nationally and locally. It was challenged at the trial court level, saying that the administration did not go through the Administrative Procedures Act and that there would be irrevocable scientific damage if these cuts to these grants were to take place in such a rapid and quick way. And the scientists won at the trial level. They said, no, stop. You have to actually pay out what was promised to these research organizations. That was then appealed. And last week it came before the Supreme Court in something we call the shadow docket or the emergency docket. Again, the Supreme Court's not in session right now, but they're taking up specific orders that could have irreparable harm to one of the parties. And the court issued a short decision saying, no, the administration can block this funding. And so at this point, all of that $783 million is not going to be provided to the research institutions. So yes, the Trump administration has won with this executive order.
All right, Dan, and in Wisconsin, a court commissioner in Walworth County says he was forced out of his position after he asked to see an immigration arrest warrant from a sheriff's deputy who was trying to take a man into custody.
Yeah, so this happened last month, middle of July, but it was just reported on last week. Court commissioners are essentially appointed kind of mini judges that take care of the more magistrate routine things like setting bail, conducting preliminary hearings, things that judges shouldn't be doing with their finite time. And they serve at the benefit of the county judges who give them the job. So they're selected by kind of a committee of the judges here in Walworth County. Peter Navis had been working for years as a county commissioner, as a court commissioner, doing these things. In traffic court on July 15th, a sheriff deputy, again, that's a county employee, said that he had a federal warrant for someone who was coming to traffic court. It was an immigration warrant. Peter Navis, the commissioner, said, well, I want to see the warrant. That's what the judges in this county have asked me to do. There wasn't a warrant produced. They arrested the person. The three county judges, circuit court judges, took issue with how he described the policy in that county and asked him to either resign or be terminated. Again, we don't have standard rules in Wisconsin or really across the country of how state courts are supposed to be dealing with these federal immigration issues as the federal ICE agents are becoming more aggressive. And it seems that Commissioner Navis has taken it on the chin here, being the test case of how that county in particular, Walworth County, is going to deal with these federal immigration warrants. Again, this is what Hannah Dugan is having a controversy here in Milwaukee County about, and there's just not a lot of guidelines for that, and that is why Peter Navis was having interviews last week to basically raise the flag. You know, why was I terminated? Being the test case for this situation in my county.
Yeah, fascinating developments with both of these cases. Dan, it's always great to see you. We'll see you next Monday for more of the legal landscape.